I don't want to say I miss my father because he is not here physically, but he lives in me. मैं अपने आप को ढूंढ रहा हूँ, एक बेहतर इंसान बनने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। न जाने मैं कहाँ खो गया था अपने आप से, वक्त की दरिया में डूबकर जिंदा पाया मैंने अपने आप को। मैं दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ आप सबका। आप है तो हम हैं, आप है तो हम हैं, वरना मेरी औकात ही क्या है। मैं आज भी अपने आप को ढूंढ रहा हूँ, एक बेहतर इंसान बनने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ।
Super बच्चे అండి మల్లిగాడి ఇంటికాడ మల్లె పూలు కోసుకుంటే చందుగాడి సందుకాడ సందమామ చూసుకుంటే సుబ్బుగాడి తిప్పకాడ సన్న జాజులేరుకుంటే పోటుగాడి తోటకాడ సన్ను గ్లాసులెట్టుకుంటే జాకిరేవు గట్టుకాడ కొత్త సబ్బు రుద్దుకుంటే సింగపూరు సెంటు తీసి కస్సు కస్సు కొట్టుకుంటే ముచ్చెమున్న ముక్కు పుడక ముక్కు మీద పెట్టుకుంటే రోళ్ళు గోళ్ళు గాజులేసి చేతులేమో గల్లుమంటే చీర కట్టునేమో నేను అట్ట ఇట్ట సత్తుకుంటే సింగార కుంకుమెట్టి పెద్ద బొట్టు దిద్దుకుంటే అద్దవులు చూసుకుంటే నాకు నేను ముద్దుకుంటే కుర్రాళ్ళ చూపులన్నీ వచ్చి నన్ను గుద్దుకుంటే సూపర్ మచ్చి అంటే సూపర్ మచ్చి
సూపర్ మచ్చి సూపర్ మచ్చి
दिए जलते हैं फूल खिलते हैं दिए जलते हैं फूल खिलते हैं बड़ी मुश्किल से मगर दुनिया में दोस्त मिलते हैं दिए जलते हैं चलते हैं दिए जलते हैं फूल खिलते हैं बड़ी मुश्किल से मगर दुनिया में दोस्त मिलते हैं दिए जलते हैं
birthday, 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 H-A-P-P-Y. Birthday, 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 H-A-P-P-Y. Birthday, 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 H-A-P-P-Y. Birthday, birthday, birthday.
ये मेरी अदा है, ये मेरा है स्टाइल, ये मेरी अदा है, ये मेरा है स्टाइल. जो सरप्राइज हो गए हो तुम, now don't just smile.
H-A-P-P-Y Birthday, birthday, birthday H-A-P-P-Y Birthday, birthday, birthday H-A-P-P-Y Birthday, birthday, birthday H-A-P-P-Y Birthday, birthday, birthday
ये मेरी अदा है, ये मेरा है स्टाइल. ये मेरी अदा है, ये मेरा है स्टाइल. जो सरप्राइज हो गए हो तुम. Now don't growl, just smile.
And each one of you in this room today have been connected to me in some way or other. It is very deeply to my heart. There are so many things, so many examples, so many stories and anecdotes I can remember, I can share with all of you. We don't have time for that. But I love you all. I love you all with wholeheartedly, and thank you so much for coming today and spending your time with me. It means a lot to me, and I'm so fortunate that with great difficulty I could get my mother to be with me today on this occasion. My star sign birthday was on 15th of February. We had a Shashti Puja in the temple. I was hoping that she would come, but we could not get her, but at least she's here today. And I'm so happy and so blessed. I would not want to say I miss my father because he's not here physically, but he lives in me. He has always been there, he has been the guiding force. And as Vishal mentioned to you, if I can be half a man, he was. I would be really proud of myself and really proud of my family. I love him very much.
इसी अल्फाजों से पता चलता है कि आप खूबसूरती रही, बाकी जो मकाम में आप पहुंचना चाहते हो बाकी ही पहुंच गए.
Thank you so much. So just for you to know, I did not have any role to play in organizing this evening today. The entire credit goes to my family, especially my dear wife. She has been working day in and day out for the last 6 months, along with my dear brother, though he is my brother-in-law, my dear brother Satish. He is very unassuming person. Everybody mentioned that no, I am there for everybody, but he is beyond that. He is beyond that. And I am so glad and so proud of him that he is married to my sister, and I found a brother which I can love him. Even if I pray, I will not get a brother like that. Thank you so much, Satish. We are 5 of us. I was the first born, and I have got 4 sisters. 3 sisters are in Hyderabad, and my youngest sister, Anu.
He is the hero of the party.
So she's been here with me for almost 20 years, and though she looks a bit short, but I think the word mighty really suits her very much. You know, mini and mighty. So she is very powerful person. She can move mountains just by one word. You have to believe that. Many people have witnessed that, and especially Satish. He will not do anything without her consent, and if he does anything without her consent, he will be sacked. Vishal and Nitin, Siri, Joshika, Gopi and Srilata, my dear sister. I formally call her Dorasani because she is the only Dorasani I know in this entire country. She is a proper landlord lady, my dear sister. I love her. Thank you. So they have recommended the venue and we got the venue and then everything fell in place since then. I have been lucky to have so much of family here, but one person I have to introduce you is my nephew, my first sister's first son, Naveen. Can you come on this stage, please? So he is a pharmacist by profession, but he has got into a different field and he's got a job, he's settled down, he's very happy. And I'm so glad that he has made a life for himself here. And his beautiful wife, Saundarya, the name says. And can you believe I'm a grandfather? That's my granddaughter, Manya. So he is my sister's son and she is his daughter, so that makes me a grandfather.
So you don't look like that.
So there are some people who have made a great effort in blowing these balloons up this afternoon. Aditi, Shreya, and Vishal was supervising from a distance. He knew he can't do it, so he delegated it. So because all these things were done by both of them. Thanks to Managro and the cooks. The food was, if you have enjoyed the food, give them a big round of applause to the chefs in Managro. I hope you enjoyed your drinks and enjoyed your food. Is anyone else? खाने का वक्त है. He's my cousin brother and he is a software engineer, works full time Monday to Friday and only on the weekends he does this as a hobby, but now he has almost become a professional as you can see the video. So if you need any videography, photography, contact him. He had paid me for this. And this is Soumya, his dear wife. They have recently got married. And she is an amazing photographer as well. And thank you very much for each one of you. I mean, without you, this evening would have been just so sad. Every single one of you from a part of my heart, thank you so much. I love you.
अपनी भैंस चराए।
बस आज की रात है, कल से वही से अपे हैं, जी भर के नाच लो ना, घर वाले ना मापे हैं, क्लब पे अपना राज है, डरने की क्या बात है, ये तो बस शुरुआत है, ये तो बस शुरुआत है।
अरे अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है।
अजनबी हसीना से यूं मुलाकात हो गई। हसीना से यूं मुलाकात हो गई। क्या हुआ ये ना पूछो, क्या हुआ, अच्छी दोस्त बन गई। I want to say rather than एक खूबसूरत हसीना से और एक अच्छा दिल वाले दोस्त से मुलाकात हुई कई साल के पीछे और वो एक खूबसूरत दोस्त बन गई, दोस्ती बन गई। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
It takes me back 2 decades down the memory lane when we first met Ashok. One scene never forgotten. It was in Bridgend for the New Year party for year 2000 at Swaroop and Viraj's house when we first saw Ashok. And I particularly was struck with Ashok's statement. He said Scotland was a spiritual place and that he's going to pay a pilgrimage to that place one day. He was very spiritual that day, and I was very impressed when he got up early the next day morning and went to work. I can't forget that. The next time we met Ashok, he was in Walsall, and he had Preeti in his life. And we could see she was true to her name. They are a couple made in heaven, complementing and contrasting each other beautifully. जिंदगी हर पल कुछ खास नहीं होती, जिंदगी हर पल कुछ खास नहीं होती, फूलों की खुशबू हमेशा पास नहीं होती, मिलना हमारी तकदीर में था, वरना इतनी प्यारी दोस्ती इत्तेफाक नहीं होती।
Well, you may know Ashok had a difficult time earlier in this country, but as you're all aware, he is a fighter and has overcome all obstacles. He is now well settled in Walsall, surrounded by his family and friends and close to the temple he loves. Ashok manages an amazing work-life balance, covering all aspects of spirituality. At one end, he is totally dedicated to the activities at Balaji Temple. You may know, Lord Sri Rama is Ashok's Ishtadaiva. At the other end, he manages a regular pilgrimage to Scotland, and together we have tasted over, say, 80 varieties of spirits, single malt. Between these two extremes, Ashok is an action man with lots of other interests which he pursues with great enthusiasm, and a Superman blessed with great positive energy. He is involved in teaching and training FY students at the Manor Hospital and is completing a master's in education. He is a personal fitness fanatic. It's a passion for him. He's a keen gym freak and a cyclist, and has cycled in UK, Europe and USA, raising a lot of money for cycling charity. He's a great motivator, and I'm a beneficiary of this, and together we go for daily walks, alternating with sessions at the gym. And he has climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, which is an achievement. Maybe he has more up his sleeve. He has a great memory for film dialogues and names of actors, etc. He is superb at Sher Shairi, and his usual dialogue when we sit for a tipple is "Do waqt ki roti and ek waqt ki daru," which is amazing. Now here is a lovely share for you, Ashok. बेशक थोड़ा इंतजार मिला हमको, बेशक थोड़ा इंतजार मिला हमको, पर दुनिया के सबसे हसीन यार मिला हमको। बेशक थोड़ा इंतजार मिला हमको, पर दुनिया के सबसे हसीन यार मिला हमको। न रही तमन्ना अब किसी जन्नत की, तेरी दोस्ती में वो प्यार मिला हमको। Thank you.
Ashok is generous with his time for friends. The saying, a friend in need is a friend indeed, applies aptly to him, and he goes more than the extra mile to help us when we need him. Knowing Ashok and Preeti has changed our life. Vipin enjoys his company and has finally learned how to cook with Ashok's influence. And I enjoy talking to Ashok and exchanging thoughts and views. And it's especially interesting when we disagree. Sparks may fly and tempers may raise, but we go on together, happily always. We love this junior of ours very dearly, and I admire that he wears his heart on his sleeve. He never hesitates from expressing his mind freely. We thank you, Ashok, for welcoming us into your life and enriching us. I'd like to say, यादों की भंवर में एक पल हमारा हो, खिलते चमन में एक गुल हमारा हो। यादों के भंवर में एक पल हमारा हो, खिलते चमन में एक गुल हमारा हो। जब याद करें आप अपनी दोस्तों को, उन नामों में बस एक नाम हमारा हो।
Well, Ashok has many brothers older to him, whom he dearly calls or addresses as Anna. And I feel privileged to be one of them. I thank God Almighty to have given me a younger brother like Ashok, as I don't have one of my own. And finally, we wish Ashok a very happy 60th birthday. We wish him health and happiness. May all his dreams come true. And before I go, one last shairi for him. जो तू चाहे वो तेरा हो, जो तू चाहे वो तेरा हो, रोशन रातें और खूबसूरत सवेरा हो। जो तू चाहे वो तेरा हो, रोशन रातें और खूबसूरत सवेरा हो। जारी रही हमारी दोस्ती का सिलसिला, कामयाब हर मंजिल पे भाई मेरा हो। Thank you.
चला हूँ मैं गली गली बहार की, बस एक छाँव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बहार की, बस एक छाँव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं। ये दिल लगी ये शौकियाँ सलाम की, यही तो बात हो रही है काम की। कोई तो मुड़ के देख लेगा इस तरह, कोई नजर तो होगी मेरे नाम की। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बहार की, बस एक छाँव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं। सुनी मेरी सदा तो किस यकीन से घटा उतर के आ गई जमीन पे। रही यही लगन तो ऐ दिले जवान, असर भी हो रहेगा एक हसीन पे। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बहार की, बस एक छाँव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं।
Nana, what can I say? You've been a role model to me all my life and always taught me to be a good person, to others and especially to myself. Growing up, I hated the fact that you were cutthroat and strict with me. But I'm glad you were. I wasn't an easy child to look after growing up. Always getting into trouble at school, fights, misbehaving in class, weekly appointments with the headmaster. I was a nuisance. I heard that. Me being the first child also meant you being a parent for the first time. And I sure gave you a tough time. You always let me do what I wanted to do and you supported it. Having that freedom as a child allowed me to express myself as a person and has helped me grow into the person I am today. Growing up as a teenager, we clashed a lot and disagreed on a lot of things. But as time went on, I realized you were right. I've made enough mistakes in my life to know that you will always give me the right advice and be honest with me no matter what. I feel like once I turned 18, our relationship started to move in a different direction. More of being a best friend to me than a father. I've been able to open up to you about a lot of things in my life and not feel embarrassed about it. When I was going through a tough time at uni, you were there to pick me up and show me a lot of love. But most importantly, you showed me how to love myself. You've always taught me how to be kind to others and show respect no matter what. My affection for others and openness is all because of you. One thing I've realized about you is that you're always willing to help people, even if you've never met them before. It doesn't matter how many things you have on your plate, you'll never say no to helping somebody. I admire and respect you for that. What you've done in your life, moving to the UK with little means and still becoming a successful doctor, is admirable. You've gone through hardships in life so that my life can be easy. I will never be able to repay you for that. Your value to this family is immeasurable. I don't know what I'd do without you. I know that I still have a lot to learn as a son, but also as a person. You always say, if you were half of what your father was, you'd be happy. But if I'm half of what you are, I'll be happy. So Nana, for everything you've done for me and my family, I am so grateful and happy. 60 years young, I'm still looking like you were back in postgrad. I hope to keep learning from you and making more memories. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Happy 60th, Dad.
Dad, you've got a heart of silver. You're very driven towards your goals and passions, and you're thoughtful and respectful to everybody, regardless of who they are. We also know that Dad has a very good sense of humour. He can definitely have a good life. I mean, it's part of the Ashok Puligari starter pack, which also includes the 10-minute power nap every day and a glass of any 12-year-old single malt whiskey. He does love his whiskey. On a real, as I've got older, I've started to understand and appreciate the advice that you've given, which has helped me grow as a person and instill good morals and values in me. Thank you, Dad, for everything you've done for me and the family, and I hope you know how important you are in my life. Keep being you. I love you, Dad.
बाद में न कहना कुछ भी पहले ही दे दूं वार्निंग पार्टी चलेगी till 6 in the morning जी भर के ना चले वे भी नाच नाच के तोड़ दे सैंडल आंटी पुलिस बुला लेगी तो यार तेरा कर लेगा हैंडल सूचना जनहित में जारी जिसको अपनी जान प्यारी चुपचाप वो फ्लोर पे आके नाचे गाए नखरे बखरे ना दिखाए शर्म को कर दे बाय बाय माइकल जैक्सन वाले 2-3 एक्शन करके दिखाए पार्टी करनी है हम पार्टी करेंगे किसी के भी पापा से नहीं डरेंगे हम हैं बेटे हम बाकी सारे पानी कम हमें रोक के दिखाए जिसकी बम में है दम
मस्ती है माहौल में चाय खुमारी है सारे थक के बैठ गए पर अपनी पार्टी जारी है मस्ती है माहौल में चाय खुमारी है सारे थक के बैठ गए पर अपनी पार्टी जारी है अरे पंगा तो कोई शुरू करे अपनी भी गरारी है जुम्मी चुकी नोक पर रखी दुनिया सारी है
अरे अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है अरे अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है अरे अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है
But we have never shared the stage to give a speech together. This is our first, and thanks to Ashok and Preeti for giving us this opportunity. Thank you. We stand here, just not on our behalf, but on behalf of the entire Manna family, to acknowledge Ashok as a part of our family. It is called as Manna because it stands for Manam. We are one. We are together in this. So, thank you for giving us this beautiful family. As Murli already alluded, the first time I met Ashok was in the corridor in front of the emergency theatres in Gandhi Hospital. And Murli just introduced me to Ashok. And at that time, I met him a few times when they were doing their post-graduation. And mine was a relationship with association. But in 1999, when I came to UK and I was staying with Mukund and Indu, who are not here with us today, Viraj came over to their house and they were talking about Usmania friends. And the name of Ashok popped up. My eyes literally lit up. And I said, oh, Ashok, I know him. And then we made contact. And from 1999 to now, my relationship with Ashok is not one of association. It's become, through the years, friendship and then grown into this beautiful family that we've all created for all ourselves. Not only for us, but for our kids as well. It carries on, and that is what is the most important thing for us. I want to speak about just two of his very important characters that I love. One is endurance. As Bipin already spoke about it, he is known, when he takes up something, he will do it. Be it cycling across the whole of South India, or cycling from coast to coast, or the Kilimanjaro, the team are sat there on the table. And the pictures are at the back, his trekking to Kilimanjaro. Ashok is there to support, not only with his endurance, support the team as well. The next important thing that touches my heart particularly is his stability. Not only his stability, I'm not talking about physical stability, his emotional stability. He is so stable at any given time. Very tiny wobble, very late at night when he has had a few drinks. But it's only very subtle. It's very subtle. Thank you for being in all our lives. Thank you for being the Ashok we all love. The one thing I also wanted to share with you all is, Murli has already alluded to it. Anybody who meets him will remember Ashok. Be it my Chinnana from Chennai or my father calls him Nandana. I'm not going to bore you on with the story of Nandana, but Nandana was an Alvar who reached God not because of his caste, but because of his deeds. And my dad calls Ashok a Nandana. So Ashok, we really, on behalf of the entire Mana family, we wish you and the entire family only the very best in life, of health and happiness and togetherness for many years to come. And for all of us, there are more than 200 guests here. Ashok is the link for all of us together.
ऐसी बात, होठों में ऐसी बात में दबा के चली आई, खुल जाए वही बात तो दुहाई है दुहाई। होठों में ऐसी बात में दबा के चली आई, खुल जाए वही बात तो दुहाई है दुहाई। हाँ रे हाँ, बात जिसमें प्यार तो है, जहर भी है हाय। होठों में ऐसी बात में दबा के चली आई, खुल जाए वही बात तो दुहाई है दुहाई।
దుర్గం గట్టు దుమ్ములోన పోట్ల గిత్త దూకినట్టు పొలేరమ్మ జాతరలో పోతరాజు ఊగినట్టు కిర్రు చెప్పులేసుకొని కర్ర సాము చేసినట్టు మర్రి సట్టు నీడలోన కుర్ర గుంపు కూడినట్టు ఎర్ర జొన్న రొట్టెలోన మిరప దొక్కు కలిపినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నాటు 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 వీర నాటు 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 కూర నాటు 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 పచ్చి మిరపలాగా నాటు 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 పిచ్చు కట్టిలాగా వెర్రి నాటు కీసు బిడ్డ కూసినట్టు చేలు సిక్కలేసేలా చెప్పారం సాగినట్టు కాలు సింధు తొక్కేలా దుమ్మారం రేగినట్టు ఒళ్ళు చెమట పట్టేలా ఈ రంగం చేసినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నాటు 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 వీర నాటు 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 కూర నాటు 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 గంట పారలాగా చెట్ట నాటు 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 కబోతలాగా టిక్క నాటు భూమి తత్తరిల్లేలా ఒంటిలోని రగతమంతా రక్కలేసి ఎగిరేలా ఎసే రోయకాయకి నాటు 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 అరే దుమ్ము దుమ్ము దులిపేలా లోపలున్న పానమంతా డుముకులాడేలా దూకేరో సరాసరి నాటు నాటు నాటు